In today's episode, you will hear from English learners from France, Korea, Brazil, and Egypt. All of them had the same problem. You could understand English very well, but speaking felt impossible. They listened to movies, podcasts, and conversations without trouble. Yet when it was time to talk, their mouths went silent. Today, you will hear their real stories, how they felt in those moments, and what simple habit finally helped them start speaking confidently. After their stories, I will explain exactly why this problem happens to so many learners and what you can do today to fix it. So, let's begin. Hello, my wonderful English learners. I'm Teacher Sophia, and welcome to EduTalks. If you're new here, welcome to our warm learning community, a place where you can grow step by step without pressure, without judgment, and with full support. Here, we learn English together with patience, encouragement, and small daily actions that make a big difference. Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm from Lyon, France. I could watch English movies and follow documentaries easily. I understood every word in interviews and news programs, but speaking was another story. When my British colleague asked me about my weekend, my mind went blank. I just nodded and muttered, "Good, good." It was frustrating. I knew I understood English, but my mouth wouldn't cooperate. I decided to make a change. I started recording short voice messages on my phone. Each morning, I described my routine for 2 minutes, making breakfast, walking to work, even small details like the color of my notebook. Then I listened back. My accent sounded thick, but I didn't give up. I found the same phrases from native British speakers and copied them. Slowly, my pronunciation improved. 2 months later, I gave a work presentation in English with confidence. My tip is simple: record and practice. Don't worry about perfection. Hearing your own voice helps you improve faster. Hi, my name is Petra. I live in Prague, Czech Republic. I studied English for years and always got top grades. I could understand lectures, read academic articles, and follow English textbooks, but speaking made me anxious. My hands shook, my face turned red, and my tongue froze. One evening, I discovered a method called shadowing. It suggested listening and repeating simultaneously. I started with short clips from cooking shows, just 5 to 10 seconds. At first, I sounded strange and made many mistakes. After a week, my mouth moved faster. After 2 weeks, the sentences started flowing. At a conference, a professor from Canada asked me about my research, and I spoke naturally for the first time. Now I shadow daily, even for 15 minutes. My advice? Shadow short sentences regularly. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Just listen and repeat. Consistency brings fluency. Hi, I'm Ahmed. I live in Cairo, Egypt. I started learning English in high school. I could understand football commentary, interviews, and movies almost perfectly, but speaking froze me. My tongue felt heavy, my thoughts slowed, and I overthought every word. One day, I watched an interview with a well-known Egyptian actor speaking English clearly and slowly. I thought, I can sound like that too. I tried my copy method. Every evening, I chose a short interview clip from news or talk shows, listened several times, and recorded myself copying exactly what I heard: intonation, rhythm, and pronunciation. After a month, I joined a local English conversation club. I still made mistakes, but I spoke more naturally. My message? Don't just listen, imitate. Record yourself and be your own teacher. Hello, I'm Jean Ho from Busan, South Korea. I've watched English YouTube videos since middle school and understood nearly everything. Yet, when I tried to speak, my brain slowed down. I thought in Korean first, then tried to translate into English. It took too long. People stared, and I forgot what I wanted to say. My gaming friend suggested, "Stop translating, think in English." I began describing my daily actions in English, making breakfast, checking my phone, riding the subway. At first, it felt strange, but over weeks, English started living in my mind. Speaking online with international friends became easier. My tip? Think in English, even for 5 minutes a day. Describe your world simply. Soon, English will feel natural. Hi, my name is Isabella. I live in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I've loved English since school at 16. I could follow Netflix shows with subtitles, understand my online teacher, but speaking remained difficult. Words were in my head but wouldn't come out. One night, I stood in front of a mirror and started talking to myself in English. I asked and answered questions, described my day, and practiced real-life dialogues. After 2 weeks, I noticed a change. Sentences flowed faster, and I felt more confident. My advice? Talk to your mirror daily. It's a safe space to practice fluency. Don't wait for someone else to talk to. You can be your own conversation partner. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Let's continue exploring why many learners understand English but struggle to speak it. The first reason is that listening is passive, while speaking is active. When you listen, your brain processes words like a passenger in a car. You hear, understand, but don't control the flow. Speaking, however, is like driving. You must manage words, grammar, pronunciation, and intonation all at once. Many learners have strong listening skills, but lack sufficient practice in speaking. Your ears may be trained, but your mouth and brain need more coordination. Fear is the second major reason. Many learners hesitate because they worry about mistakes. Thoughts like, "What if I sound stupid?" or "What if people laugh?" create mental blocks. Your body freezes, your words vanish. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. Fluency is about communicating, not perfection. Every small effort counts. Speaking mistakes are part of learning, not a failure. Embrace errors as stepping stones. Another common reason is translating from your native language. Learners often think in their first language and convert sentences into English. This slows the process and makes conversations awkward. To fix this, start thinking directly in English. Begin small. Describe your morning routine. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. Observe your surroundings and silently describe them. The bus is coming. The sky is cloudy. A man is walking his dog. This trains your brain to process English naturally, without translation, improving fluency gradually. Speaking practice is also crucial. Many learners spend hours reading or listening, but very little time speaking. You can't swim by only watching videos. You must get in the water. Talk to yourself in English. Read short texts aloud. Record your voice for 2 minutes and listen back. Even 10 minutes a day of active speaking surpasses hours of silent study. Repetition strengthens memory and helps words come out automatically. For vocabulary, hearing, saying, and writing new words multiple times ensures they become part of your active speech. Don't just know a word, own it. Active listening is another powerful technique. Passive listening, such as playing English in the background, has limited benefits. Active listening involves repeating exactly what you hear, like shadowing. Listen to native speakers and imitate their rhythm, stress, and intonation. For example, hear, "How's everything going?" and immediately repeat, "How's everything going?" Shadowing connects ears to mouth, letting you feel the musical flow of English. This method improves pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Speed is another factor. Often, your listening brain and speaking brain are not synchronized. You may understand a question, but your mouth needs extra time to find words. Practice helps build a bridge between understanding and producing language. Short conversation exercises or daily speaking routines strengthen this bridge. Consistent use of English gradually allows the two teams of your brain to work together seamlessly, making speaking feel natural rather than stressful. Some learners believe they're not good at languages, but that's a misconception. Fluency isn't talent, it's habit. Daily practice, even small amounts, compounds over time. Every day you speak English, you train your brain and mouth to work together. Fluency comes step by step, quietly, not in a single moment. Small, consistent actions create lasting results. Finally, remember that your brain already understands English. You're not starting from scratch. The challenge is giving your mouth the confidence and practice it needs to join the team. Speak to yourself, your phone, your mirror. Any opportunity counts. The only way to learn speaking is to speak. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Friends, let's keep diving deeper into speaking challenges and practical ways to overcome them. One of the most common obstacles is hesitation. Many learners freeze when they want to speak because they're waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect words. But in reality, perfection doesn't exist in everyday conversation. Your goal is not flawless grammar, it's communication. The more you speak, the more confident you become. Even if you make mistakes, small steps matter. Start by speaking short sentences aloud, even when you're alone. Describe your day in English, narrate your actions, or talk about what you see. This simple habit trains your brain and mouth to work together. Another factor is overthinking. Learners often analyze every word, grammar rule, and pronunciation detail before speaking. This mental overload slows down fluency. To overcome it, try speaking spontaneously for 1 or 2 minutes daily. Don't worry about errors. Focus on expressing ideas. Mistakes are learning opportunities. Gradually, your brain stops overanalyzing and starts producing English naturally. You can even set a timer and speak continuously about a topic, like your morning routine or a recent event. This exercise trains your brain to think and speak at the same time. Shadowing remains one of the most powerful methods. Choose a short video clip, news segment, or conversation and repeat exactly what you hear. Copy the speaker's rhythm, intonation, and emotion. At first, it feels awkward, but with regular practice, your mouth moves faster, pronunciation improves, and sentences start flowing. Shadowing connects listening and speaking in a natural, musical way. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day makes a noticeable difference. Remember, the goal is consistency, not perfection. Recording your own voice is another effective strategy. Speak for 2 to 3 minutes about any topic and play it back. Listening to yourself helps you notice pronunciation, word choice, and fluency issues. Don't judge yourself harshly. Focus on progress. Over time, repeated recording and listening builds confidence, and reduces hesitation. Combine this with shadowing or copying native speakers' phrases, and you'll see accelerated improvement. Thinking in English is a technique that changes the way your brain processes language. Start small. Describe what you're doing, what you see, or what you feel, all in English. Instead of translating from your native language, form ideas directly in English. This practice strengthens mental connections between thoughts and speech. Over time, your sentences come out automatically. Your brain stops being a translator and becomes a communicator. Mirror conversations are also surprisingly effective. Stand in front of a mirror and speak as if you're talking to a friend. This helps with confidence, facial expression, and natural speech flow. At first, start with small sentences. I'm having breakfast. The weather is sunny. Gradually, add more details. I walked to the park this morning. I saw a dog playing with a child. Watching yourself speak and practicing daily builds self-assurance, making real conversations easier. Finally, let's talk about mindset. Fluency doesn't come overnight. Progress is slow, gradual, but consistent. Celebrate small victories. Every word you speak, every sentence you form, brings you closer to natural English. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Focus on your journey. Practice daily, even for a few minutes. Your brain, mouth, and ears will work together, forming habits that eventually lead to confidence and fluency. Consistency, practice, and courage are key. Speak every day. Use shadowing, recording, thinking in English, and mirror conversations. Each small action compounds into real improvement. Remember, your brain already knows the language. Now it's time to let your mouth and mind work together. Now that we've explored hesitation, overthinking, shadowing, recording, thinking in English, and mirror conversations, let's talk about another important factor: vocabulary in action. Many learners know hundreds or even thousands of English words, but struggle to use them when speaking. Recognition is different from production. You might understand a word in a book or video, but recalling it quickly while speaking is a different skill. To fix this, practice active usage. Pick 5 new words a day and form sentences with them. Say them out loud. Make short dialogues. Use them in real-life situations or role-play conversations. The more you use a word, the more automatic it becomes, and the faster your speech flows. Repetition is another cornerstone of fluency. Learning a word once or hearing a sentence once is not enough. Your brain needs multiple exposures. Listen, repeat, and speak. Write a short sentence using the word. Say it aloud and repeat it over a few days. Eventually, it becomes natural. This principle works for phrases and expressions too. Copy sentences from movies, shows, or native speakers' conversations. Practice them daily until they feel familiar. Over time, these phrases come out automatically in conversations, giving you confidence and fluency. Let's talk about fear again, but in a slightly different way. Fear often comes from comparison. You may hear other learners speak well and think, "I'll never be that good." This stops progress. Fluency is personal. Focus on your improvement, not others. Track small wins. Today, I spoke a full sentence without hesitation. Yesterday, I repeated a shadowing clip perfectly. This morning, I described my morning in English without translating. These victories build confidence. Another common obstacle is speed. Many learners understand English quickly when listening, but speak slowly. The problem is coordination between the listening brain and speaking brain. Listening is passive, while speaking is active. Practice bridging the gap. Start by repeating sentences immediately after hearing them. Then, practice answering questions spontaneously, even if short and simple. Gradually, your speaking speed will match your understanding. Pronunciation and rhythm are essential. Native-like fluency doesn't mean perfection, but natural rhythm, stress, and intonation make your speech understandable and confident. Use shadowing to capture the melody of English. Pay attention to sentence stress, pitch changes, and pauses. Even small improvements in pronunciation boost self-confidence and make speaking enjoyable. Speaking alone may feel strange, but it is powerful. Talk to yourself while cooking, walking, or commuting. Describe your surroundings. Narrate daily activities. Record your sentences and listen back. Ask yourself questions and answer them aloud. Over time, these habits reduce anxiety and make real conversations smoother. Fluency is a combination of daily practice, courage, and mindset. Small, consistent actions, shadowing, recording, thinking in English, mirror conversations, active vocabulary use, compound into real progress. Don't wait for a perfect teacher, partner, or environment. Your phone, your mirror, and your daily routine are enough. The key is consistency. 5 to 10 minutes daily is better than hours once in a while. Finally, let's emphasize mindset. Your brain already understands English. Your ears are trained. Now, let your mouth and confidence catch up. Speak every day. Make mistakes, repeat, correct, and celebrate improvement. Over time, you will notice sentences coming naturally, words flowing easily, and fear diminishing. Small steps consistently applied lead to big change. Your journey to English fluency is a daily habit, a commitment to yourself, and a practice of courage. Sometimes learners think that speaking English is only about grammar or vocabulary. But the truth is, fluency is more about connection and practice. You might know hundreds of words and perfect grammar rules, yet still hesitate when trying to speak. That hesitation often comes from overthinking, fear of mistakes, or lack of real speaking practice. One simple way to fix this is to talk to yourself in English daily. Describe your surroundings, your thoughts, your plans, out loud. It may feel strange at first, but it trains your brain and mouth to work together. Start with small sentences. I am opening the fridge. I am drinking water. The sky is blue. Slowly, these short statements build confidence. Another powerful technique is to record yourself reading or speaking. Play it back and notice pronunciation, rhythm, and sentence flow. Don't judge harshly, just observe and repeat. Over time, your pronunciation improves naturally. Fear is also a big factor. Many learners hesitate because they worry about sounding stupid. Remember, making mistakes is normal, even for native speakers. Fluency grows through repetition, correction, and persistence. Next, think about thinking in English. Stop translating in your head. When you see something, describe it immediately in English. When planning your day, narrate the steps in English. Even 5 minutes of this practice each morning strengthens your speaking muscles. Vocabulary retention is another secret. You might know a word, but if you haven't used it enough, it won't come out naturally. Repeat new words in sentences multiple times, speak them out loud, and use them in real-life situations. Repetition turns passive knowledge into active speaking power. Shadowing is also invaluable. Listen to short clips, repeat exactly what you hear, and mimic the speaker's rhythm and stress. This helps your brain connect listening and speaking seamlessly. Even 10 minutes a day of shadowing builds a natural flow in conversation. Lastly, practice conversation, even when alone. Speak to your mirror, phone, or imaginary friends. The more you use English actively, the faster your fluency develops. Remember, speaking is a habit, not talent. Consistency beats perfection. Small daily actions, recording, shadowing, thinking in English, talking to yourself, gradually transform your ability to speak confidently. Your brain already knows English. Your ears understand it. Now it's your mouth's turn to catch up. Speak daily, stay patient, and enjoy the process. Step by step, moment by moment, your English will flow naturally. Here's your speaking challenge for this week. Choose one technique from the 5 learners you heard today. You can try daily voice notes, copy and repeat practice, emotional speaking, thinking in English, or 2-minute speaking bursts. Pick just one, not all of them, and practice it for only 5 minutes every day. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't try to sound perfect. Simply stay consistent. By the end of the week, you'll start to feel a small but powerful change. Your mouth will move faster. Your confidence will grow. English will begin to feel more natural, more automatic, more alive inside you. Thank you so much for joining me here at EduTalks. I'm Sophia, and I want you to remember something important. You are capable of becoming a confident English speaker. You don't need special talent. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need courage, consistency, and small daily practice. Keep showing up, keep speaking out loud, keep believing in yourself. Your English journey is not a race. It's a path you walk step by step. And every step you take unlocks a new part of your fluency. I'll see you tomorrow with more learning, more support, and more confidence. Bye for now.